these. So take these with a grain of salt, but if they are true and you know they are true, feel free to comment in the comments that they are true. And if you would like to, feel free to type in a random fact that you know that is very interesting, because I would love to know. But anyways, enough of that chit chat. Let's get right into the facts. Today I have 30 of them, so enjoy. So it says McDonald's once made bubble gum flavored broccoli. That sounds disgusting, but okay. Unsurprisingly, the attempt to get kids to eat healthier didn't go over well with the child testers, who were confused by the taste. So the next fact says some fungi create zombies, then control their minds. The tropical fungus, I think it's pronounced Ophiocordyceps, infects ants' central nervous systems. By the time the fungi has been in the insect's body for 9 days, they have complete control over the host's movements. They force the ants to climb trees, then compose and fall into the cool, moist soil below, where fungi thrive. Once there, the fungus waits until exactly solar noon to force the ant to bite a leaf and kill it. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Armadillo shells are bulletproof. One Texas man was hospitalized when a bullet he shot at an armadillo ricocheted off the animal and hit him in the jaw. Wow, that must be very painful. The longest English word is 189,819 letters long. We won't spell it out here. But they did put a link to read it. But the full name for the protein, nickname Titin, it's Titin, Titan, Titin, would take 3.5 hours to say out loud. That might be a ASMR video idea. Reading the whole letter out. Reading the whole word out for 3 hours. 3.5 hours. That's crazy. Thanks to 3D printing, NASA can basically email tools to astronauts. It says getting new equipment to the space station used to take months or years, but the new technology means the tools are ready within hours. Next fact says there were active volcanoes on the moon when dinosaurs were alive. Most of the volcanoes probably stopped 1 billion years ago, but new NASA findings suggest there might still have been active lava flow 100 million years ago when dinosaurs were still roaming. I wonder if you could have seen a volcano erupt in the moon from Earth, either with the naked eye, like you could see the smoke kind of in the atmosphere, or like in the atmosphere of the moon, or you could see like red dot, which would be the lava. If it was a really big volcano, I'm sure you probably could. Or with a telescope, obviously. I'm pretty sure with a very strong telescope, or just with a regular telescope, you could probably see like little hints. Or with a small telescope, you could probably see like little hints of volcanic activity if it was, now. baby's growth has come to a halt, which sucks for me because I have big ears, so they're only gonna get bigger. The next one says, no number before 1000 contains the letter A. And going through it, that was very interesting. I didn't know that. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, none of them have A. All the way to 1,000. 999, 998. Yep. Nope. None of them have the letter A. The next one says the US government saved every public tweet from 2006 through 2017. Starting in 2018, the Library of Congress decided to only keep tweets on a very selective basis, including elections and those dealing with something of national interest. The next fact says Theodore Roosevelt had a pet hyena. Its name was Bill and was a present from the Ethiopian emperor. Roosevelt was famous for his many pets, including a one-legged rooster, a badger, a pony, and a small bear. The CIA headquarters has its own Starbucks, but baristas don't write names on the cups. Its receipts say store number 1 instead of Starbucks, and its workers need an escort to leave their work posts. That's crazy. I wonder if they get paid more. That would be a pretty cool job, I would think. Maybe not, because I'm pretty sure the CIA, like all the people, wouldn't really be able to talk to you. The next fact says Europeans were scared of eating tomatoes when they were introduced. Hernan Cortez brought the seeds in 1519 with the intent of the fruits being used ornamentally in gardens. By the 1700s, aristocrats started eating tomatoes, but they were convinced the fruits were poison because people would die after eating them. In reality, the acidity from the tomatoes brought out lead in their pewter plates, so they died of lead poisoning. Next fact says humans aren't the only animals that dream. Studies have indicated rats dream about getting to food. Studies have indicated rats dream about getting to food or running through mazes. Most mammals go through REM sleep, the cycle in which dreams occur, so scientists think there's a good chance they all dream. The next one says, the inventor of the microwave appliance only received $2 for his discovery. Percy Spencer was working as a researcher for American Appliance Company when he noticed a radar set using electromagnetic waves melted the candy bar in his pocket. He had the idea to make a metal box using microwaves to eat food, but the company was the one to file the patent. He received a $2 bonus, but never any royalties. This one is a little bit graphic and weird. This one says ancient Egyptians used dead mice to ease toothaches. In ancient Egypt, people put a dead mouse in their mouth if they had a toothache. Mice were also used as a warts remedy during Elizabethan England. That is very weird. I wonder what's the back movies like Titanic, Avatar, and The Terminator. In order to get his big break with The Terminator, he sold the script for $1 and a promise that he'd be able to direct. Beethoven never knew how to multiply or divide. Beethoven is arguably one of the greatest composers in musical history. The renowned pianist went to a land school called Tarocinium. There he learned some math, but never multiplication or division, only addition. Once when he needed to multiply 62 by 50, he wrote 62 down a line 50 times and added it all up. Next one is as well pretty interesting. It says Japan released sushi-inspired Kit Kats. For a limited time in 2017, Tokyo's Kit Kat chocolate shop made 3 types of the chocolate bar that was sushi-inspired, but it didn't actually taste like raw fish. The tuna sushi was actually raspberry. The seaweed wrapped one was pumpkin pudding flavored, and the sea urchin sushi was actually Hokkaido melon with mascarpone cheese flavored. All were made with puffed rice, white chocolate, and a bit of wasabi. Wasabi with chocolate. This one is a fact. I don't know if I have said this fact before, but I know I've read it before. This one says an employee at Pixar accidentally deleted a sequence of Toy Story 2 during production. Ed Catmull, the co-founder of Pixar, wrote in his book Creativity Inc. that the year before the movie came out, someone entered the commands on the drive where the files were saved and scenes started to be deleted. It would have taken a year to recreate what was deleted, but luckily another employee had a backup of the entire film on her laptop at home. I'm pretty sure now they take precautions for that. A waffle iron inspired one of the first pair of Nikes. Bill Bowerman was a track and field coach in the 1950s who didn't like how running shoes were made. He first created the Cortez shoe, but still wanted to make a shoe even lighter that could be worn on various surfaces. During a waffle breakfast with his wife in the 1970s, the idea came to him of using the waffle texture on the sole of running shoes. The waffle shoe made their appearance in the 1972 U.S. Olympics track and field trials in Eugene. Next fact says boars wash their food. National Geographic reported that at Basel Zoo in Switzerland, zookeepers watch adult and juvenile wild boars pick up sandy apples and bring them to a nearby creek to wash before eating. Next fact says baseball umpires used to sit in rocking chairs. Next one says the first commercial passenger flight lasted only 23 minutes. Taking a 23-minute flight might seem like a waste of money today, but in 1914, Abraham Thiel paid $400, which would be $8,500 today, for a 23-minute long plane ride. He flew between St. Petersburg, Florida, and Tampa, Florida, where only 21 miles of water separated the cities. Thiel, a former mayor of St. Petersburg, and the pilot Tony Janus were the only passenger. This momentous flight paved the way for air travel as we know it. The world's first novel ends mid-sentence. A Tale of Genji, written by Murasaki Shikibu in the 11th century, is considered the world's first novel after reading 54 intricately crafted chapters. which was 386,000 words in 9 weeks. Wow, that's a little bit over 2 months. To earn his title, he has also won the English World Scrabble Championship 3 times, the US National Championships 5 times, and the UK Open Scrabble Tournament 6 times. This comes 20 years after first playing Scrabble, when Richard was 28 years old. The next fact says South American river turtles talk in their eggs. Turtles don't have vocal cords and their ears are internal. So scientists believe that turtles were deaf and didn't communicate through sound. However, research has found that turtles actually communicate at an extremely low frequency. That sounds like clicks, clucks, and hoots. These sounds even come from the egg before the turtle hatches. Researchers hypothesize that this helps all the turtle siblings hatch at once. Next one says penicillin was first called mold juice. Alexander Fleming was one of those quirky scientists who accidentally made a scientific breakthrough. In 1928, the bacteriologist left a petri dish in his lab while he was on vacation, only to return and find that some liquid around the mold had killed the bacteria in the dish. This became the world's first antibiotic, but before naming it penicillin, he called it mold juice. Alright guys, 3 more facts and we are done. May 20, 1973 is the birthday of blue jeans. According to Levi Strauss' website, this was the day that Levi Strauss and Jacob Davis, the innovators behind the sturdy blue jeans, got a patent on the process of adding metal rivets to men's denim work pants for the first time in history. The pants were called waist overalls until 1960, when baby boomers began calling them jeans. Next one says Neil Armstrong's hair was sold in 2004 for $3,000. The lucky buyer, John Resnikoff, holds the Guinness World Record for the largest collection of hair from historical celebrities, reports NBC. The not-so-lucky barber, Mark Sizemore, who cut Armstrong's hair, received threats of being sued by Armstrong's lawyers, who said he violated an Ohio law that protects the rights of famous people. Sizemore said he wouldn't pay, and Resnikoff said he wouldn't give back the hair, but that he'd donate $3,000 to charity. And now the last fact, and this one was very interesting because I've never heard of this happening. The last fact is Albert Einstein's eyeballs are in New York City. They were given to Henry Abrams and preserved in a safety deposit box. Abraham was Einstein's eye doctor who received the eyeballs from Thomas Harvey, the man who performed the autopsy on Einstein, and illegally took the scientist's brain for himself. And the only research I did on that was that the man Harvey did it so he can study on how Einstein was so smart, and that is crazy. But I would love to maybe do some background research on that and come back with like a little essay, ASMR essay, kind of letting you know the full story on that. But that is for now. Thank you guys so much for choosing this video to help you fall asleep. I hope you guys have a wonderful night,